Hello and welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. Today let's paint some sunflowers. I'll be using this 200 GSM Canson watercolor paper, which I've cut into fourths so I can flip it around easily. I got this for 75 pesos and that's about 1.5 US dollars for 10 sheets. As always, we'd like to start with a dark background. This is a mix of olive green and a little bit of black. I like making an organic rectangular shape, but if you want to tape down your paper for cleaner edges, that is definitely up to you. Also, this prevents the paper from curling up, so green light. For the record, this paper is already showing signs that it's gonna curl up, especially since we're starting with a pretty watery start as we should when using gouache. I'll refrain from adding more water to the paint and see how we'll do. If you've watched my videos before, I've made a video with only subtitles and a video with only music. As a YouTuber who's just starting out, it's hard to decide whether adding subtitles in the long run would be sustainable for me and for my editing skills, and also whether my voice is good enough for doing voiceovers. Also, having just music is, I think, pretty boring, or some people might find relaxing. I don't know. I'd love to hear firsthand from people who actually watch my videos. So if you're kind enough to criticize my videos, please leave a comment down below. That would be helpful. Very helpful. Thank you. So I'm just gonna let this dry, and once it's dry, you can sketch where you'll want the flowers to be, or in my case, I like the diameter of the core florets to be twice the length of the ray florets. Now let's paint some leaves using olive green, olive gray, and arts green. Olive green turned out to be very close to our background, so I'm gonna add more black to it. And we're moving from dark to light to create depth of field. For every sunflower, I'll make 2 of these almost black leaves that are opposite to each other. Based on your personal preference, you can make your sunflower leaves really close to a heart shape or somewhat like a radish shape. I like my leaves to be 3/4 the size of the actual sunflower, because that's mostly closer to what a mature leaves would actually look like with a mature sunflower. Planning ahead where you want your sunflower will be is very helpful, so you don't have to change brushes or colors every single time. Like in this video, I like to paint leaves in batches. I'll start with the darkest leaves, which, as you can see in the video, are mostly the bottom leaves and also the most mature leaves. To some leaves, I like to make a curly shape, but my goal is not to create the most realistic leaves. If realism is your goal, you're gonna need more mixing than this. I like my paintings to be a little bit more cartoonish. I also want people to easily follow my process if they want to paint like me. This is also helpful for people who's starting out a new medium. On to the next set of leaves that's on top of the first batches of leaves. It's also brighter. Again, this is to give the illusion of depth. The same as before, I'm gonna make 2 of these for every sunflower. Also, I want them to be just a little bit smaller than the darker leaves. I think I like how this one just fades at the center. My paint is actually very close to a pasty texture right now. I also like my brush to hold a lot of paint, therefore a big round brush. I also plan to put flowers that's a little bit facing on the side. So I'm gonna make tiny leaves like this. Now on to the brighter green, which is arts green. I've noticed that Miya Gouache, when it comes to their yellow toned colors, tends to have less pigment than their blue and red colors. For this arts green, I actually have to paint over it twice just so it could be as covered as the rest of the leaves. And again, I'm gonna paint 2 of these for each sunflower. It is looking very pretty now. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. That never happened to me. I don't know how to deal with this. Okay. Now let's just let it dry. Okay, let's let it dry and move on to some other leaves. Deal with it later. Okay, on to the petals, we'll be using earth yellow and medium yellow, as well as, hold on, what yellow is this? I think this is a deep yellow. I'll first paint the ray florets of sunflowers that's facing sideways. I've also changed my brush into a smaller brush. This is an angle brush. size 4, I think. Now for the core florets. This is a mix of burnt umber, earth yellow, and a little bit of arts green. Just tap it down. But not all the way, just make a C. I think it's better to just use umber on this. We'll see. Oh yeah. Okay, now let's move on to the flowers that's facing upwards. This is just plain umber. No mixture whatsoever. Just umber. Burnt umber. Now let's dab down some cute strokes in a circular manner, just to form this cute little circle. This is what I'm talking about. That's why I want to cut my paper into fourths. I want to be able to turn it around when I need to easily. Oh, hold on, my camera is moving. Earthquake. Okay, that's how it looks like from afar. Okay, then back to our mixture. Again, it's burnt umber, earth yellow, and a little bit of arts green. This is completely optional if you want to do it my way, where I'd put burnt umber on the outer edges of the core florets and then on the center of the core florets. This actually gives the core florets an illusion that there are mature seeds and there are young seeds, if that makes sense. It's actually funny to listen to myself saying this. Go ahead and dab the seeds. Dab. Okay, let's go back to the burnt umber, which told you before. Gonna make the illusion that there's a deeper center onto our core floret. Just look at that. Right now it almost looks like the leaves or the petals. Okay, first layer of the leaves. I'm gonna use earth yellow, and we're gonna move to a brighter color of leaves later on. I'm also adding the petals to our sunflowers that's facing sideways. Now that we're done with their core florets. The sketches we've made before also guides us on how to place our leaves. Although we want to give it a little bit more organic feel to it by not making it look too redundant or very similar to each other. Okay, you see the difference of our two colors. Now we're moving on to the medium yellow. The process might seem a little too fast, but actually I've actually let it dry before moving on to the next color. Oh yeah, let's fill this up before we forget. Okay. I regret doing this. I shouldn't have bothered. By the way, I like to add details on the leaves. For the dark colored leaves, I like to add a brighter color, and for the brighter color leaves, I like to add a darker color green. So this is completely optional. You can leave this out, but I think I like how it looks like. Okay, too much water. Better. More details. Okay, looking good. Now let's add an even brighter yellow to that. Now it's popping out. Let's just continue on doing this. Now we're actually on our last colors, or what do you call this? We're on our last steps before ending this painting, so it's okay to use the paint straight out of the cup if your cup is well maintained. If it's dried out, really put some water on it overnight. You're gonna be good to go tomorrow. Just a little mix will cure it all. I think what we're missing is a little bit of reddish tone between the core florets and the ray florets. Okay, let's add some, what color is this? I forgot, hang on. Oh, it's just orange. And we're almost done. Just continue on, patting on the roots of the gray florets. And there you go. Thanks for watching.